What's up, everybody? I'm gonna show my face for a minute here. What's up? So I'm trying. How do I look? Driving around, doing my thing. Um, so yeah, I'm looking at Bitcoin. Wow, it is kind of it's much more interesting to see the road, I think. So let me go back to the road, everybody. If you're watching, you can check out New York real quick, or some side streets or whatever. So anyway, yeah, I'm just driving along here and I'm looking at the Bitcoin crash. Welcome to Millionaire Move Show. By the way, Team the Lopez fight, I knew Shakur Stevenson would outbox him and make it look easy. But anyway, besides that, I also predict fights on this channel when I want to. The Bitcoin crash, it goes up, it goes down. It's extremely volatile. It's not going to go up forever, and you're going to get these major dips like what we're seeing right now. And yeah, like why why is it surprising? Because so many people gas themselves up. They get hyped. They watch other YouTubers pumping and pumping and pumping. It's going to go up forever. This Michael Saylor guy, very interesting individual. I believe now, last time I looked, it was like 68,000 this morning, going back up a little bit. It was like 67, 68. This is Bitcoin. Saylor, I believe I have no notes in front of me. I think his entry was like 700 something Bitcoins for 70 something thousand. So he's underwater right now, kind of crazy. So a lot of people, they don't listen to me. They sleep on me. I had other channels before, and I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only talking from my own experience. I'm not going to call it luck, um, but I will definitely call it very much so. I used to call it luck. I say I got lucky, but I didn't get lucky. My crypto experience started with back in the day with Dogecoin and Bitcoin. And I said I looked at Dogecoin under a penny, and I had made a channel, and I told people, hey, this is good to invest in this. If you have pizza money, if you have Gene money, if you're going out this weekend and getting drunk, don't do that. Go invest. I would in Dogecoin under a penny, because I did, and I timed it perfectly. Is that luck? No, because I saw the trend. I saw like Elon Musk was gonna, and I liked it too. I'm not gonna lie. I saw Elon Musk was starting to pump it after I got it. I was like, oh my god, it just kept going up. I just wanted something that was available on Robinhood early. So anyway, I just live way below my means. I constantly tell people this. I have what I like to call invisible wealth. What is wealth to someone? It might be your health, which it's true, which might be your family. Like what is wealth to you? Sleeping at night to me, having money socked away and making money while you sleep, which Warren Buffett says, you're not going to become wealthy until you're making money while you sleep. Now, a lot of YouTubers are gassed. I had many YouTube channels over the years. I had my own YouTube channel for a while, and a few of them, and I made money early on YouTube, but I knew it wasn't going to last. I said, this isn't going to last. So let me start investing my gains. Let me start investing. And I did. I started investing long ago, and it started compounding below means even more. So I live below my means. I'm not trying to buy a Mercedes. I'm not trying to buy a Porsche, which I would like. I'm not trying to impress my neighbors. I'm not trying to impress people I don't know. I don't give a damn. People make assumptions about me. Oh my God, I have a 2020 basic iPhone still with a cracked screen. I had more than one person, complete strangers. For instance, I went to a restaurant not too long ago, and the woman, when I go pick up food for me and my wife, because we like a good Chinese meal in New York, literally said to me, "Oh, I'm not even joking." She said, "Oh, I thought you made a lot of money. You have a broken phone." Oh, and I'm like, yeah. And I said, should I say anything? I said, I go buy Chinese food once in a while from you. And I said, people make a lot of assumptions by me, but I'm good. Whereas I have a broke friend living in a rent controlled apartment in New York. Nothing wrong with that, but that's the lifestyle him and his wife like. And he has a nicer phone than me. He has nicer clothing. If you look at him, it's like Gucci dressed up shoes he goes out and buys. It's crazy. You would think this dude is rich. But anyway, my whole point is, what's up? I see people in the room. What's up? Actually, YouTube algorithms putting this out. I didn't put it in finance. I got it in sports. Who the hell's gonna watch this or find this video? What's up? Um, Loving it. Let me just try to read this while I'm driving. If I crash, damn, I shouldn't be crashing, right? What's up? So I just want to say, like, literally, I started my other channel back in the day on crypto, and I got off it because I wasn't doing it for a livelihood. I alerted people real quick when Dogecoin was really low to get into it, but it wasn't. It was just giving what I'm doing type of like, not a financial advisor advice. When you invest in some like really volatile assets like crypto, it should be money you can afford to lose or you could stomach to lose. Because it's not going to, Bitcoin is not going to just go up infinitely and just be $1 million. That's what people think. When they bought it at 120, retail investors, they're like, holy crap, this is going to be like $1 million like tomorrow. Now we're sitting here with such a loss. They're like, oh my God, what do I do now? I've held Bitcoin, by the way, true story. Like I said, I'm talking from experience. I held, your boy right here that's talking, I held Bitcoin at a loss long ago. And it was money I could afford to lose, so I didn't even look at it. And guess what happened? It went up exponentially. And I sold a lot of it. And where did your boy right here put it? I put it into ETFs. ETFs like SPY, S&P 500, and QQQ and VOO. I listened to Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger over the years, and it's true. Warren Buffett literally says, I'm paraphrasing, you don't need to know a lot about the stock market. That is me. I don't know everything. I know what I know. And you buy the farm. Warren Buffett, yo, he told me, buy the farm. And that's how you make money. It compounds. Buying a farm meaning buy the top 500 companies or whatever there are, how many hundreds in the USA and the S&P 500. And if you look at the chart doesn't lie. It goes up constantly over the years. And it constantly, all my dividends, I reinvest. I don't even look. And once in a while, I open up to look at it like, wow, really? Because I grew up poor. I'm like, wow, Millionaire Move Show is real. Like, I live so below my means. You have to understand, this is a disciplined mindset. So after holding that Bitcoin underwater for so long and then gaining off of it, I became Jedi patience, I call it. In my mind, I literally learned this discipline where like I could live, like literally live as if I'm in college still, live below my means, not go out and buy crazy food once in a while. I said I went out and just buy Chinese food. Very rare. Me and my wife like it once in a while, but we live so below our means, it's not even funny. I'm going to share something with you guys. It may be embarrassing for some people, but it's the truth. I literally go to the thrift shop. I bought it looked brand new North Face top for like $4.99. Yo, I don't give a damn what people think about me. I don't care the assumptions. I don't care because I have invisible wealth. I have it. I'm sitting on good gains. I'm sitting on Roth IRA, traditional IRA. I got all types of IRAs. I got, when you're married and when you get married, honestly, for me, I can't speak for other people. Marriage is one of the best things you could do. From my experience, I saw some other guy on YouTube. He was bitter. He had his own experience. Marriage is a scam. I disagree. I disagree. Marriage was one of the best things I've ever done. I traveled the world with my wife. We both are on the same page. When we got married, our goal was to save as much money as possible so we don't have to stress. We don't have to stress about things. It's just like a mindset that you got to live by. Now you have other people. They're in debt. I don't know what credit card debt is anymore. I had credit card debt when I was in my early 30s. I never want that taste in my mouth again. There's people going out there, let me buy a new whatever BMW, and it's the biggest depreciating asset you could ever own. They're paying a car note. It has interest on it. There's credit card debts. I always refer to someone close to me. It's unfortunate. She's in major credit card debt. I tried to help her over the years. She doesn't listen. And she's got Amazon packages rolling up to where she lives, constantly just spending to the point where one of her credit cards, I saw it with my own eyes, was like $100 something for the minimum payment, and they keep giving. It's like really, it should be criminal, but it's not because it's the free market, right? It's capitalism. These credit card companies have such a high interest rate. It's crazy. It's crazy. She's never going to get out of this debt. It says if you pay this minimum payments on these credit cards, it'll take you to like 2050 to pay this off. I couldn't sleep at night. I couldn't sleep. So what happened is, unfortunately, she's single. She's not married, unfortunately, and she's older than me. It's a family member. She's going to live in really bad situations. But when you look at her, she's driving a nice car. Most people don't want to hear this stuff. I'm not here to be popular. I'm not here to be making money on YouTube. I don't care. Yes, this channel's monetized, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I know I'm not going to get rich off it. I did make money though. I made over 200. I think it was over $200 last year on YouTube, thanks to talking about boxing. Terrence Crawford. How I predicted that run. I predicted that like I predicted like some like I could predict some like Dogecoin. I predict the going ups of Dogecoin. Deep breath, man. I'm happy. Listen, I'm a hyper guy. This is the way I talk. This is the way I talk. This is why I blew up one of my other channels with just my voice in 2021 in 3 months. Over 12,000 subscribers in 3 months, and walked away. Walked away because I didn't need the fucking money. Isn't that funny? Super chats, everything. Not grifting. Didn't need the fucking money. I could walk away. I could walk away from multi-million viewed channels that I own. Don't have to do it. I'm not on that fucking YouTube hamster wheel. YouTube's a hamster wheel. A lot of these people don't realize these people that get these big inflated YouTube egos. A lot of them. I'm talking about a lot. There's a lot in between. Like there's Mr. Beast. That's a whole different level. I'm talking about the middle blue collar, 100 grand a year, maybe 60 grand a year, 150 grand a year, 200 grand a year YouTuber. You people better save your money and invest, because that shit ain't gonna last. Trust me when I tell you. Not gonna last. Yeah, anyway, I'm a happy guy. I just wanted to come on here and talk about this. What Bitcoin will go back up, I believe. This is not going to go to zero. I think when people say, "Oh, Bitcoin's crashing, it's going to go to zero," they're talking about like, you know, it's just an exaggeration. And I made a video on this channel called "Man's Greed." Greed. I talked about how like Bitcoin was like a Powerball ticket that just kept going up, and that's the way people saw it. And they'll throw money into it continuously over and over. They'll just keep throwing money into it until it's not going up. And that's what's happening right now. It's a reflection of greedy people. Banks now, what happens if it gets lower? Banks start liquidating. What happens? I don't know. I only know what I know. And I'll tell you what, I know what Warren Buffett speaks and Charlie Munger speaks, because that's where how I got compounding, um, I'll call them assets over time. Just a long time. It's boring, it's slow, but you make money. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just keep throwing as much money as I can into S&P 500, into QQQ. QQQ on average, if you look at it, it's tech. It's heavy in tech. It's tech. It's got the best tech companies in the world. It had a bad loss in 2022, and I was still up. But if you look at the last 10 years, it's something like 19% overall up. You could do the math and go look it up. 17 to 19%. I'm doing this by memory in 10 years. So that's a guaranteed return in 10 years I got off of my money on QQQ. So what you put into it, you're getting 17, let's say, to 19% back on that. Where else are you going to get guarantees on ETFs like that? Exchange traded funds. If you don't know what they are, look them up. It's like the Voltron. If you're a Wu-Tang fan, you can relate. You know, they'll talk about this robot Voltron from the 80s. It's like the Voltron, these high quality ETFs, by the way, like VOO, QQQ, S&P 500. They're like the Voltron of the stock market. You get the best of the very best. And if you have money that you don't miss and don't need right away, I'm not telling anyone what to do, but I thought this to myself: keep putting it in there. Keep putting as much as I can in there for retirement, for long term. And yep, I sold a lot of Bitcoin at one point and rolled it over into there. And I feel great about it, because actually, where Bitcoin is about just about right now, I sold a lot. Yeah, and did I feel bad when it went to 124? No, I felt good because I was already making really good gains on QQQ, where a lot of it went. So anyway, that's what I got to say today. By the way, if you're a boxing I was astounded. Teofimo Lopez, his the way he was talking before the fight, he's got all racial. This guy's disgusting. I'm glad he lost. I said, this is AI. I thought it was AI. I really had to look around the internet to see what Fimo Lopez was talking about. But I knew he would lose to Shakur Stevenson. All you got to do is look at the records and look at what Teofimo how he was looking against lesser opposition. And you look at the quality of a fighter like Shakur Stevenson. I'm out of the boxing loop, I gotta say, but I knew he was gonna win that. There's only a certain amount of fighters that can do this. I think Tank Davis, real quick, he's a losing stock right now. His stock is going down. The guy's surrounded by trouble. I don't think you gotta have discipline with the stock market. I'm using these analogies or whatever, but if you're gonna be the Tank Davis of a stock, that means you would probably put your money into a weak stock that's very volatile. You would not want to put money into this Tank. Tank's gonna lose. It's gonna be a big fail. He's gonna lose. It's gonna be like he already looks like he lost and he got a gift. But I'm talking about a lose like he's going to lose, and it's going to be really embarrassing. I mean, these fighters that got it together, like a Terrence Crawford, of course, Shakur, they have much more discipline. They're more in tune with their skills and their body, the mindset of a fighter. You got to be so developed mentally as a fighter to actually, have it all these gifts to keep winning, be a winner, and be so disciplined. When the mind is fragile, did I say fragile? Did you ever see Christmas Story? This is too funny. When the mind is fragile like that, um, it's just you can't put it together. You can't quite hold it together. You can't sustain a relatively long career in boxing as at the top. It'll fall apart. Um, what else? Anyway, did anybody else watch this Christmas Story? My wife got me watching that this Christmas over and over and over. Fragile. It's an inside joke. You got to watch A Christmas Story to understand that one. But anyway, I just think the whole Bitcoin thing, a lot of these guys, they're all guessing. But what we see now is facts that it's going down. And it sounds like a guess, but common sense tells me there's going to be a bounce back up. How long does it last? I don't know. Because remember, 2021, don't hit my car. Crypto went down and then it recovered. There was a crypto winter. Like I said, I held Bitcoin. They don't have the skills. They tried to back up on the left. It was easy. It's a wide spot. Come on, you could do this. You could do this. You could do this. Who's driving this car? Anyway, so that's all I wanted to say for today. Millionaire Move Show. I got a smile on my face today because I am not worried about this market at all. In fact, I'm looking at these ETFs on sale again because on Liberation Day I went shopping and I bought some stocks. I'd rather have the new clothing and new shiny things and a new phone and a new car. I'd rather have new stocks. I mean, I got a great car. I'm in my 2019 Kia Rio right now. It runs fine. It runs fine. I got it with 19,000 miles on it, delivered to my house for like 14,000. I think it had 17,000 miles. With tax and everything, it came out to 13,800. I mean, where else are you gonna get a deal like that? I got it in 2020, I believe. I love this car. This car is great. It's got airbags. It's modern. I'm doing videos on it. And guess what? Rather than have a Mercedes and a car payment in my driveway, I have invisible wealth. I have that in the ETF park somewhere. Haters are gonna hate. As you get, I'll just say richer, people are gonna hate you and get threatened by you, while others want to listen to you and want to grow. They don't get threatened. Their ego and they don't use it as a mirror. Like it would be like me looking at someone really rich and be like, oh, look at them. They got so much more than me. Some people look at that as a threat to their own. You can't compare like yourself. What you could do is try to better yourself. Like, oh, if like I talked to some guy I know personally, I taught him how to invest and stuff. He looked at me not as a threat. He looked at me and said, hey, my man, I wanna have what you have. Like, I want to build like that. Could you teach me? And I said, sure. I'm not a financial advisor. You should go to Fidelity. You should do this and this and that. But I'll show you. I'll sit down with you and go over your stuff, and I'll try to help you. But what do I know? I just keep it simple. Do what Warren Buffett says because it works for me. Buy the farm. Just be disciplined. If you keep investing and saving money and not blowing money on shopping, the shopaholics. That's a real thing. Um. Anyway, I think I'm gonna get out of here. How many views do I got? Two? Someone wrote, "Yay, who is this? What's up? Yo, I guess it's a boxing fan." Yeah. It's funny how this guy's trying to take a deep breath. It's hilarious. Hell no. That's another thing. I don't change for nobody except me. Um, yeah, so things are good. I'm gonna just keep grinding, do what I gotta do in life, and just keep saving. And when it's time to retire, I'm not gonna be living in my car. Do you see these people living in cars and stuff? It's sad. There was a young girl I saw. She was in her 20s. She's young, but there's some boomers living in their cars. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine that nightmare. Imagine reaching age 60, 65, or whatever age, and you're living in a car. Of course, you know, there's all types of different situations. I get it, but a lot of these people, I'm sure some of them were not financially responsible. They were probably just enjoying the moment, buying whatever, ordering Amazon, and not saving and investing. Because I don't know how you get that old and just don't have any type of savings. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. It's crazy. I get it. They don't teach this stuff in school. Anyway, I'm out. And Terrence Crawford should retire at the top. He really should. If you watch boxing, you know what I'm talking about. How do I end this thing? How do I end it?